So, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Coming to you live from the luscious loins of Pelt. Oh, that's all I got today. No voice. No fucking voice. What episode is this? Do you guys know?
200 something.
Totally not prepared for this one. 269th. No, this is the 270th podcast. We got Cursed Blade in the house. Everybody's favorite Frenchie is up in this bitch. But before we can go, probably should have turned the AC off. Didn't think that through. Whoops. We'll take care of that. Well, you guys, the viewers, are opening your emails right now, and you're going to type shipwreckshep@outlook.com. Put RE:// the Beast of Busco. Ladies and gentlemen, maturing dogs and cats, people of Earth, if you know the whereabouts of the Beast of Busco, please email me at shipwreckshep@outlook.com. It has been at least 3 months, and I have yet to receive a single fucking email. What is wrong with you people? What do I pay you for? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce you to Sarah and Ty of Cursed Blade. And of course, our co-host of the most, the French DeVille.
Hello.
That's right. Frenchie's in the house tonight as well. How was your daytime commute, guys?
Fine. My only commute was coming up here, so.
Hell yeah.
He works from home.
That's dope.
Yeah. I work like 10 minutes away from my house, so it's pretty smooth usually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. What'd you do today, Derek?
I worked on doing a little bit of drywall work around the house.
Hell yeah. I spent most of the day doing nothing. Pretty much.
Sounds like a good day.
No, it was a horrible day. I couldn't sleep. I got sick last night. Bad. I slept for like an hour. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sucks.
It's terrible.
It's life. It's part of life, right?
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are playing Saturday at the Mill, right?
Yes, we are.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Master Hunter, Sacred Scythe, and motherfucking Nine Circles Infinity.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Actually, let's pull it out, check out the flyer. Boosh. A Rich Barker classic. Right there. Metal Knight. I thought he said Metal Madness. I thought that's what he said. Metal Madness.
So, yeah. Well,
So what is that? Is that a $10 holla?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm not seeing it. Haha.
Oh no.
Cursed Blade.
How are we supposed to carry on conversation while person is jinxed?
What we need to do is like get that fucking AC turned off. We gotta kill that bitch. It is like destroying the sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like 100% fucking.
how do you turn it off?
There's a button. Here. Let's.
There's a button.
This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, where's the button?
Check this out. So
Can you do it remotely?
yeah, check that out. Right there. We're gonna look at that while we listen to Sweet Jams.
Job, my job, everything I got.
So I Got Worms, by the way. Check that out online at I Got Worms pretty much everywhere. Let me get rid of that brand on the screen here.
I just played with him Saturday.
Hell yeah. How'd that go? How
It
was
was
that?
excellent. It was excellent. It was a really good time. Got to hang out with a bunch of good friends, drink some beer, play some music, do some stuff.
Yeah. How much swimming did you do though?
0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best pool party I've ever been to, and there wasn't even a single drop of water. It was amazing.
I think it's interesting because I made the joke. I was cracking jokes last week saying, like, make sure you bring your pool stick, but I didn't know there wasn't a pool.
Yeah. I think they coined the term pool-less party.
Pool-less.
And I like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't go. I would love to, but
It is what it is, man.
it's what it is.
That's one that's in the past.
Mhm.
I'm excited about this show that you guys got coming up.
Yeah, it's a killer one.
Yeah.
I haven't got into metal or thrash or anything like that in a very, very long time. It's funny because I feel like I'm going to be coming up on that point here real soon. And it's nice to see like, PRN hosting like a really good just night of just like go hard, go fast, and then go home.
Right. Yeah. No, it'd be a good time. Yeah, I've known well heck, I mean Tony
And it's back. Sorry.
Nice.
You
No.
said Tony from Lucivist?
yeah, he's in Master Hunter. He plays guitar, so I've known him. Well, and his brother
Jesse. Hell yeah.
he's the singer. So yeah, it's like I've
Messy,
known those guys
whatever.
Messy Jesse.
Oh,
Who cares?
man.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, dox him. No, I'm joking.
Don't do
But-
that. Don't do that.
But yeah, those guys are in Master Hunter, so it's like I've known those dudes forever, so it'd be fun. Always a good time when those guys turn up, even if they're not playing. So
Oh yeah, dude. Amen to that. I actually got to hang out with Messi and the boys at Dwarf on Saturday. I went and I finally did a podcast. Sounds crazy, but I've never done somebody else's podcast before.
Nice.
I've been asked, but it's always like, yeah, shoot me a date. Just never happens. And this time it actually happened. And I spent the whole time talking shit about Kibble's mom. Pretty much. We were, guys, hanging out with Dwarf and my midgets. They're all fucking characters. So we just sat there and ripped on each other a bunch. They talked about sports. It was awesome. Like talking about sports, I was like, this is great. Like, I can't believe we're talking about sports. This is cool. But yeah, we talked about, speaking of the fucking gift of VHS. Hell yeah.
Oh.
So when I was out there, I picked up a bunch of VHS because they have more than just records. By the way, we're talking about Our House Records and Cook Mode. Messi just opened it up. He owns a shop, whatever. I think he bought out an old record store and then made it his own. It's really cool, but they had a bunch of VHS. So yeah, grab you guys your gift for
hell
coming on the show
Oh.
tonight.
fuck
The
yeah.
VHS.
Yeah.
How's your collection looking these days? Is it getting pretty thin?
It's getting fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, he had a vast collection. He's like, I'm just gonna start giving these away.
Oh,
And
shit.
I don't know, man. You got like you have the perfect selection choice for everyone. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's really, I'm like that. I got yours. I gotta.
I feel like he's about to break out like some divining rods.
Yeah.
And just like start passing them over
Yeah.
your head.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. I'm not giving you that. Fucked up. It's a fucked up movie. I bought that one because I'm pretty sure my buddy Gray, he saw this movie like a long time ago and he cannot figure it out. And I've tried too, and I'm a movie guy, could not find it. So and I think I found it on VHS at Outhouse Records in fucking Kokomo.
Nice.
So oh, I grabbed the wrong one. The fuck? How did I do
And
that?
he's back.
Yeah.
We would have never
Yeah, we-
known.
There it is.
Yeah.
God damn it.
He means it. When he gives a
Yeah.
VHS, he means it.
Okay. So So okay, I don't know
It's
where
the
we
love
cut
of his
off,
life.
but I accidentally cut off the sound. That wasn't actual streamer. That was me. So, oops. Oh shit! What's up, Matthew? Oh, I gotta fix that. Pulling everybody back. Okay, and then I figured keeping it down to the same thing. A copy of Ozzy Osbourne's Wicked Videos.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
That's
Hell
it.
yeah.
Hell yeah!
That's awesome.
So like,
sense of
you know,
theme
don't
here.
forget these.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah! Let me put those right there. Don't forget them. Don't be like Brandon Sanders leaving your fucking VHSs here.
You still haven't gotten over that?
Thought you cared. Thought you cared.
Heartless.
Man, I wish I had a voice. It happens. I've only like that's the thing though. Like once you leave them, they go back in the pot. Back in the pot. Like you've lost your VHS, your gift of VHS. So take them.
If you leave it enough times, he stops giving you VHSs, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, there's like a certain line. where
There's a
it's like,
limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of the running.
Yeah.
Baby.
So when did
Lost your privileges.
when did Cursed Blade start? How long have you guys been rocking?
Was it
2020, 2021,
I think we started
or was it
at the end of 2019
Okay, it was 19
because we recorded our demo
in 2020.
at the beginning of 2020 and then we
Yeah.
put it out like right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
The worst time to be a
Yeah.
musician. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right,
So-
you're like charged right into
So
it.
we kind of like introduced ourselves in 2020 and yeah, so
The world shut down.
yeah,
So
so we've been together since, been doing that. Yeah, but
What does your guys' like practice regimen look like? Do you guys are you guys getting together all the time? Stuff like that?
it kind of depends. When we have a show, we kind of have like when we have a show right now, the way we've been doing it is we'll rehearse for like try to get 3 or 4 rehearsals in before
Right.
we play. But we've also been working on an album which we've been recording ourselves. So we've been doing that. So in the times in between shows, we've been trying to. Sarah's actually engineering the album,
That's awesome.
so been
DIY till
focusing
you
on
die.
that. Yeah. So so it's just like been time consuming on that, and so just trying to give Sarah space to make sure we're getting things done, and and she's recording her own drums, so that's a whole pain in the butt in and of itself. So,
Absolutely.
which I think she's got most of that done, but
Mhm.
That's awesome. I feel like drums are what make an album, like the whatever the sound of the drums are, like that's like I'm a guitarist. I've put some really shitty guitar tones over the top of some really good sounding drums, and the music sounds great. It comes out the other end sounding great. I feel like drums, man, they matter. It matters the most in the mix, in my opinion. It's funny because you answered like 3 questions that I was going to ask about. Like, okay, so like I feel like because that's always the question is do you guys do that cycle of like you're writing in between and then you're practicing or doing like rehearsals for shows upcoming and stuff like that? When you're in your in between space, what does the writing process look like for you guys?
Usually starts with
like somebody usually has a guitar riff
Yeah,
or
like-
something,
Yeah.
and we jam off that for a while.
That's
and,
cool.
kind of
um,
branch off from there.
Yeah, there's improv going on, and
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of jamming. Like Sarah said, somebody will have an idea and then they'll start jamming on it because I only do vocals in this band, so sometimes somebody has an idea, then Sarah might jump in, start playing along to it, and they kind of like tool around with some stuff for a while.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always interested to learn about people's like writing styles and how it works amongst bands and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
I feel like you get like a good take. I mean, I feel like there's some people that just shit out tunes, like it's going out of style. It's like it just comes to them. I don't know if it's like in their sleep, and then they're able to walk into practice and be like, hey, I need the drums to sound like this and the guitar to sound like that. I've never been a fan of being in a band like that. You know what I mean?
right.
But and then it's like exactly what you're describing. It's a group of people in a room just having a good time. That's what it sounds like to me. I love that. That's the best way to write.
Yeah, we try to be collaborative with it, and there have been some instances where I've even brought, like, I'll bring like a riff or two, and then or even as an addition to something existing, and then we'll try to, if it works, we'll add that in. So but yeah, usually we try to be collaborative, and I try to stay out of the instrumental writing unless I have a good idea.
Yeah. And then we play it, and he's like, "That's not how I fucking
Yeah,
wrote
that's
it."
not what it is.
That's how it goes, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do have to love when you, like, if you write something and you hand it over to someone else, seeing what they kind of make of it, like that's always been a pleasure for me. You know what I mean? Like, getting in, having an idea, getting in on the kit, and just being like, let's put this down and see what happens. Like that's like the best way to write, in my opinion. I can't do the whole Beatles thing where somebody comes in with lyrics first.
Oh yeah, that is harder, I feel like, but it is possible. I feel like, well, for me, I guess it is more possible if it's just like I come up with the lyrics and then I'm like, all right, what am I going to write to these lyrics? I don't do that very often, but hardly at all. But yeah, I'm almost always a lyrics last person.
I feel like you get to feel the song better.
Yeah. Instead of trying to fit what I have, is like, and then trying to edit the lyrics around what ends up the song ends up being. But yeah, it's definitely, well, and also it's like we're playing heavy metal. It's like you got to have good fucking guitar riffs and good drum. Like you got to have that before you have a fucking song. Anyway,
Right.
You have to have badass riffs and all the drums and all that, and then you're like, okay, now we can write a fucking song.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
For people that haven't seen you guys play, what would you explain your style or comparative to other bands?
Well, we are a what some people are calling a traditional heavy metal band. So we draw a lot from classic, like Judas Priest,
Dio.
Yeah, Dio, Iron Maiden, Merciful Fate.
Do you get up
Stuff
into
like
like Dokken and stuff like that, or
not really Dokken? It's definitely much more of like the and even if you've like, you'll see, people will see if they come to the show, but it's like leather and studs,
Nice.
like
Iron Diamond. Did I say that wrong?
I mean, that was a band, yeah. Like, they're kind of like that appearance, but yeah, no wigs. We don't no wigs.
Nah.
But,
right?
You got long, beautiful hair, both y'all.
yeah.
Okay.
I ain't got shit going. All of y'all motherfuckers got hair.
Yeah.
I can't wait to cut it off.
I'm the cursed one, not the cursed blade, but the cursed one with no hair.
That's it, Shep. We're starting a band. Let's do it.
I'm growing my hair out, guys.
That's
Be
super
like 5
exciting.
hairs.
I feel like that was kind of the golden era of metal, though. You know what I mean? It kind of started with like Priest era stuff. You had stuff before that,
Yeah.
I feel like Priest really kind of built something, and for me, like it ran all the way up until Dave Mustaine doing what he was doing, and then Metallica doing what they were doing.
Don't forget about Testament.
Yeah, and Testament, of course.
Love Testament.
I feel like that's like a whole different, that was like the birth of a different thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you were saying, right? Is like it's more towards that traditional old school kind of feel to it. That's awesome. That is so awesome. I wish we had more. People want rock and roll. Like I keep saying it. People want rock and roll, and it's like just play it good, fast, hard, loud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
yeah.
You know what? It's a good leeway into something. I saw this today. It was today. It might have been yesterday. And I definitely buying tickets to this. Begged to Serve 2024. The Black Dahlia Murder. Dying Fetus. That's totally not how you say it.
Dying Fetus.
Spite.
Oh, Dying Fetus.
Anybody want to take a shot? Just look at it. Look at that. Avop Market. That's what I got. Avop Market. And hell yeah. Vomit Forth. I got that one.
Angel Maker.
Hell yeah. That's going down at the Egyptian. That is a Stranger Attractions event. Shout out, motherfucking getting that show at the Egyptian Room. I've seen Black Dahlia at least 4 times, but I've never seen Dying Fetus. I know it's fetus. I just like, and I've wanted to see them, and they're finally coming. So I'm gonna go. I'm going.
Yeah, Dying Fetus is sick.
I'm not missing it. Like they're playing indie. I'm going. Hell yeah. Hopefully they bring that fucking dope ass weed with them from Colorado. Toss it out into the crowd. I'm like, yeah, Dying Fetus. Throw me some weed. So, but I saw that. I was like, damn, fucking bump that for sure. But
I want to go to that one too.
hell yeah.
I actually remember, like, I think it was this spring. I have a Dying Fetus story because at my gym, there's
my Black Dahlia murder.
Yeah, they
smoking device.
Yeah,
for nicotine.
So at my gym that I go to, so they have a Bluetooth speaker, so it's like it's first come first serve. And I was there like on a Saturday afternoon, and I had Dying Fetus on for my workout, and then as I was leaving, of course, I disconnected. I was like in the bathroom before I was leaving. I was like walking out, and there was a girl there, a young woman, was like, "Do you mind if I get on this?" I was like, "I like heavy music, but not that heavy," because it's fucking Dying Fetus.
Right.
I can't do it without blowing out the sound, but
oh, no, it's cool. You
but yeah, just it was like, man, I was like Dying Fetus. Great music, great gym music, great all around music.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm pretty. Isn't Goat Horror coming too?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
dude, that's that weekend. So it's the same. It's like right after Heavy Hell, because then they're doing Heavy Hell, then they have Obituary, and then Goat Horror is like right after that too.
It's gonna be
like that. I think Black Circle may not exist.
Yeah,
that weekend.
Right. The whole city is gonna burn down in an apocalyptic fucking Black Circle driven fucking. Yeah. What's Dustin's comedy Stranger Attractions fucking epic fucking week of like Smash Mouth fucking metal. It's gonna be dope. That's fucking. I haven't seen Goat Horror either. I know it's fucking horrible.
Oh,
I love Goat Horror. I've never seen him. Stupid.
I saw Goat Horror. I saw Goat Horror and 3 Inches of Blood together at the fifth quarter. I'm awesome.
I miss that place.
At the fifth quarter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was sick. It was so much fun.
I miss that place so much. Like that was such a cool venue. And Mona always put the best bands in, like really went for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I loved her staff. Like everywhere she went, her staff was always the best. Like Sean and Amy, Parks, fucking Fouds, like whatever. Yeah. Like always had good people around her. So
oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Shimona. I've tried to get her to do the podcast. She's like, I don't want that kind of spotlight. You crazy boy. Get out of here. I love you.
Yeah. she's out of the biz, man. Out of the biz.
Like, come on, Mona. Just come. No, do I want to do it? I talked to her about doing that Punk Fest, whatever, because it's like 10 years. It's gonna be 10 years since she started that Punk Fest, whatever.
Oh yeah,
next year, and she's like, "No, you could do it.
That'd be
you
really
go ahead
cool.
and do it. Use the logo. I bless it, but I ain't want shit to do with that." Yeah. I was like, "All right."
That was a lot of bands. A lot of bands.
Yeah.
Whole 4 days of just going and going and going.
I'm pretty sure they smashed that all into one day.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's 4 days worth of bands crammed into one day.
I misunderstood. Yeah. It was fucking nuts, man. That was a crazy day. I'll never forget it. It was nuts. Actually, I played a show at Grove House. The Carriers had a show at the Grove House that day. So went like from 1 pound square spot to another pound square spot. It was pretty cool. I was shit faced by the time I got back to the fifth quarter. I was gone. I just walked. I was like, whatever. It was a good day. I got there back in time, just in time to see Stealing Volume.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So, you guys working on or looking to come out with a new album soon?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's the plan.
Yeah, or hopefully we'll finish it here after the show.
Yeah.
Within the
Mhm.
within the month or so. We got most of the vocals.
We got
So
like one song left, I
yeah,
think.
and then then it'll just be kind of just making sure we've got everything.
Yeah.
Everything sounds good before we send it off for mixing.
So like because I've seen you, so many bands like like Apostles of Solitude. Yes.
That old joke.
I had to do it, dude. I had to do it. Every fucking time.
Every
Cannot
time.
have Ty on the show without dropping the Apostles of Solitude, Jay. But what is it a starking difference to like be free of instrument for you? Like, how is that experience for you versus like having the instrument in your hand?
Oh yeah, it's like it's almost like a double-edged sword where it's like if you are singing and playing, you kind of have what you're doing. It's like it's like you're there, you can move around a little bit, but you can't stray too far. But then like when you just have the mic, you have to be like, all right, it's like when I'm not singing, I gotta like think about, I gotta still keep the energy up, a little bit, do something, luckily for me is like I could just get away with headbanging or whatever. It's like most of the
Nice.
time, but like, it's it is a very different thing, like you gotta like think more about where you're standing and, or at least if you want to like kind of put on a bit of a show and not just be standing there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Plus, he just shows up whenever he wants.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
I do that too, dude.
If you're
I pull the
gonna
benefits too.
Yeah,
if you're gonna front a band,
Lead
like you
singer
gotta
syndrome.
you gotta
Yeah.
have lead singer syndrome. That's a thing. Have to,
Yeah.
right?
I can't think of the last time a Sicker Ripper show happened and they were like, "Where's the lead singer? Like, where is Shep?" Like, and they like call him out my name or they like the intercom stuff. I'm like, "I'm whiskey." Yeah, I like it. I like doing the singing thing because I aggressively sing the songs to people, like not like necessarily like physically aggressive, but like I'm like singing it to them, like get in their face
Right.
a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit. Might maybe hug some people. I don't know. Hug them and sing the song. I don't know. I love that shit, man. I
Angrily
just
hug
know you gotta
someone.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
not on angrily.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Aggressive is not necessarily in the term of anger. Aggressive is just to
Yeah.
do
Fair
something
enough.
with a lot of whatever passion or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
being in a venue like the Mel, it's really fun too. Is like having that freedom because you can kind of get in the people's faces, get in the crowd. Like there's not a separation there. So
Have you guys played the Mel before?
Not in this band.
Cursed
No,
Blade.
yeah, not in this band.
Yeah, not technically.
yeah, not technically.
Yeah, because we did the Halloween takeover. We did a Judas Priest set with Brandon Signorino from Lavaborn, and I'm in Scorched Earth with him too. So that was a good time. It was pretty packed in there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
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 There's a lot. I'm like, I have to learn all of these songs. Really.
Yeah,
Right.
we it was like once we got locked in, we're like, oh, this was a bad idea. We gotta learn all these Judas Priest songs.
Yeah.
Man, that was a killer show though.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job. Pretty sure I shot that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, like, don't you guys just love getting on that stage and not having any room to breathe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They like took the speakers off the ground, put them in the air. They extended the stage, and it's still not enough. It's just so
Oh, yeah.
packed.
Yeah. I always try to set my kit up like as far back as I can,
Yeah.
just because,
You like
It's all
the top of your ass is like on the wall when you're
Yeah.
playing. Yeah.
it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
fun and games till you go for that floor tom and your elbow hits the wall and you're like,
Wow.
fuck.
Oh, yeah. I know. I might actually have to be in the crowd a little bit on Saturday with a 5-piece band.
Yeah.
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 It's like
Those are always the best though. Like
Yeah.
when frontman starts right there in your face at the Mel because it's a super intimate venue. You know, it's like, yeah, the stage is small and you know the front gets real crowded and stuff like that, but like that's the best part, you
Right,
know?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I like some of my favorite shows that I've seen where people started right off the stage, you know, and I've made that a point where every time that I play there, it's like I got to take a step off the stage at least once. You know?
Right.
My knees don't let me jump off stages anymore, but I can step off that one.
If I do, there's a problem.
Yeah. Right.
Like
Yeah.
help.
Things went too far.
Yeah.
Tie through Sarah off the stage.
That would be something.
So how long have you been playing drums, Sarah?
So I started in my 20s. I don't remember exactly when. It was kind of one of those deals we could never find a drummer. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, you know? So we always had, I say we, and it's Andy and I. We were a couple for 20 years and it ended a few years ago, but we're still, you know, in the band and all that. We've known each other forever. But we were always trying to start bands and we could never find a drummer. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. We always had a drum set around and all that stuff. So we would just jam and always trying to put bands together. And it was hit or miss, you know, if something would get going. And just as we were getting ready to play shows, it would fall apart. So it was kind of off and on for a long time. And then I started playing more seriously with Burning Giant. And we started around like 2016, 2015 -ish. So we started more as a cover band, so I was kind of learning, just playing like Black Sabbath covers and Metallica and all that stuff. So mixing originals in. And
wasn't Mike Dyer in that band with you?
Yeah.
Is he still in the band?
No, he's not.
Okay, I wasn't
No.
sure. I can't remember.
Yeah. So yeah, we met Rami through Mike Dyer. So Rami was playing bass with us and he started singing for us later. So
If Mike, if you're watching right now, I'm not trying to steal your voice, all right? But like I know like you're like this dude. I swear to God right now he's trying to steal my voice. It's like, nah, bro. I just got this stupid weird thing. Anyways, hi Mike. If you end up watching, he does watch every once in a while.
yeah.
You guys know Mike Dyer?
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah.
Obviously. I mean, come on.
I always joke like Mike's like the Beetlejuice of the Indianapolis music scene. Like, hey, what's up, guys? He's kind of like Bake, you know. He's got that.
Oh, yeah.
Like whenever Maestro does this, whenever I get the inflammation shit going on.
Yeah, you kind of have a bake impression going.
Like, hey guys, come watch my band, Steed.
Yeah,
or whatever band he's in now. He's in a few or something. But yeah, I do kind of sound like him whenever this shit happens to me. So, but yeah, Mike used to do. I met Mike. He I can't remember the name of his promotions company, but if you look around, you're gonna see flyers of like the shows that I've played with him back in the day. He would book my band Pigtail Crooks with like Mr. Clit and Dwarf Among Midgets.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't even know. Like you name it. Like because he was famous for like having a hip hop group, a country band, a thrash metal band, and a fucking opera singer on a fucking Friday night at fucking what's that place? He always used to book downtown. I think it's still there too. It's not. I want to say Mucky Duck, but it's not Mucky Ducks. Mucky Ducks off Southport.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna piss me off, but it's got like a bird name or something.
Birdies.
Nah, but I'm sure he did at some point. Are they still? I'm pretty sure they shut down, right?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was getting wild at the end. It was getting pretty wild.
I remember seeing I Hate God at Birdie's like some years back.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
Jimmy Bauer was almost about to fight the sound guy. Like legit, he was like getting ready to walk off. He was like walking off the stage and like
so if you look over there to your right, you're gonna see a picture from the movie Airplane of the dude sweating. He's like sweating bullets, like just pouring.
Oh yeah.
3 Cent Queen, Coup d'etat, Midwest State of Mind, and what's that one? I can't see it. So that was the same night as I Hate God. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And Sticks and Stones, that's the zine that I did before Chopped Liver. We booked that show because somebody broke in and stole the AC shit, like stole the copper out of the AC units at the Mel.
Oh, God.
And so they had to replace their AC units and like their insurance or whatever. It was like insane amount of money. Like they were pretty much at the point where they're going to go out of business. That's how much money it would have cost them to get that all fixed up. So we put on a benefit show for the Melody Inn and booked it, announced it and everything. And then like a month after we announced it, Kyle gets in the event page and he says, "How you gonna book a show when I Hate God's playing at fucking Birdie's?" And I'm like, "God damn it, Kyle. That's broad ripple. This is here. That's metal. This is rock. Like, come on, man." But true.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna book? But that's how it goes, And that's back when there was like, 12 venues, smaller venues in Indy. Now there's around 453, something like that. Like almost every band could play on a Friday night.
Yep.
It almost seems like there's a lot of venues now.
Never on a Saturday though.
Yeah, you never on a Saturday. You know why?
Yeah.
Punk rock.
I've talked to some people and they're like, "Yeah, we won't do this or that on a Saturday because of that." It's just like this town there's like 1.7 million people in Indy and surrounding. Like, it doesn't matter how many venues there are. There are plenty of fucking people to go to shows. Like, there's plenty of promoters, plenty of venues, plenty of genres of music. Like,
I will say this though, there has been a lot of music. Like, music's coming back with a vengeance. I feel like the recovery, you were talking about recovering from the whole COVID thing and trying to get back to making music and stuff again. I feel like it's on an uptrend. I feel like more people are out and talking about it. I feel like more people are looking for good music too.
Oh yeah.
So I
thank God we have Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's a bad joke. Yeah. I only said Fort Wayne because that's the only place bands go to when they were from out of town. They go to Fort Wayne between Cleveland and Chicago, and they don't come here.
Yeah.
Fuckers. That's the joke. We have awesome bands. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this podcast if we didn't.
but yeah, I think coming out of COVID, a lot of that younger generation was just kind of like, I think they got tired of just watching shit on fucking TikTok and like, I want to go to like a real I want to see some real music in person.
I want to go to Denny's.
And now it's like we have all these like younger people in hardcore bands and stuff, which is awesome. So it's like, reminds me of 20 years ago when I was in high school. Like, that shit was happening
real good during the pandemic. Obviously, live shows not good.
No.
Non-existent. And then when they were, it was like max 15 people, including the people that work there. Like, come on. But house parties, man, popping. I don't think I've ever house partied so hard in my life than I did in 2020 and 2021. Like,
I wasn't cool enough to get invited to house parties.
Yeah.
I mean, every Saturday, because once they opened up and they couldn't have shows, you know what I mean? But they would still open the bar. They had that 15 or 25 or whatever it was. And so like I did this thing where I would post it on Facebook too, like every Saturday night at the Melody Inn is not punk rock night. And we would all we'd fucking max that bitch out. There'd be the most amount of people that could be there. And we'd all be sitting there getting shit faced. Yep. And then about 11:30, we figured out where we're going, and then, just house parties and stuff like that. It wasn't just Saturdays, but, whatever.
Yeah.
That was epic time. I had a lot of fun. I visited Rome more often than I think I've ever had in my life than I did in that time period. So, and if you know, but I don't have to say it. Dude, It's good times. What would you guys say the craziest show you ever played is? And like to each your own. Like, doesn't have to be this band, you know?
Right.
Like
That's a good
whatever
question.
band for each of you. Or you could just stick with Cursed Blade. Craziest Cursed Blade show you've played. Or you could do all of it.
Yeah,
Hell
I think. Trying to think. I mean, it's so hard. One of the ones that sticks in my memory, at least, was I was in a band before this was before Occult Deceiver. I was in a band called Opus Della Morte, and it was the band that turned into Occult Deceiver. But
Apostles of Solitude. All right. This is the last podcast we do.
The thing that's funny is like you don't even say the name right either. It's like there's no S at the end of it. It's apostle. It's a singular word,
Yeah.
man.
There's only one apostle.
Yeah, it's like apostles of Sol. It's like the Lone Rangers, dude. Like it's like doesn't make any sense.
the best. Man.
But so
I try to think. Do we have the cops called when we had a Call Deceiver on? Was that one of the shows? I
I think
like
it might have been. I
was.
think it so. It might have been.
Yeah, I remember because it was, dude. Those are gnarly podcasts. Nothing like now. It's like a little more fit, a little more thick, a little more straightforward. Then it was like, is this gonna make it?
Right?
Are we gonna get too fucked up and something's gonna go wrong?
It was like a little
Or the cops gonna show up
right
as
in the edge a
show
little
ends.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason why you can't find those podcasts.
Probably good.
It's like Tropic Thunder, you know. It just doesn't carry well 10 years later. It's a little wild. Real wild. But man.
But yeah, I was thinking one of the shows that sticks with me as in that band Opus Della Morte, we were like horror movie themed. We wore like masks. We played this show in Peru, Indiana.
Hell yeah.
It was at a bar. I think it might have been like the Hangar or something like that. Or maybe yeah.
How many
I
bars?
wish it was named the Hangar 18, but I don't think it was.
How many bars? How many bars are there in Peru?
It was probably a couple, but yeah, this one it actually had like a full fucking stage and shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I've ever played in Peru in my life. But there's this dude I think he lives in Florida now, but Bobby Ackerman. It was like his birthday show. I think he was from up around there, and it was like a metal night. I think Mobile Death Camp played that show.
Hell yeah.
I think Mobile Death Camp played, and us. I can't remember who else, but we played this show. We were in Peru. They had Keystone Light for $1 on draft.
Oh,
like
that's
fucking
the way to go.
wild. Like, and this was probably like 15 years ago or something. I was in like my mid 20s or something, but like it was kind of a decent crowd. It was like a big kind of crowd. It was kind of wild, just like the kind of like what you expect out of Peru. No offense, but like, hey, it's I come from Hill Jacks, so I can't say anything, but like
they can be metalheads too.
Yeah, exactly. But then like the funniest thing, one of the reasons why I remember is the only time in my life I signed 2 pair of tits. At the end of the show.
Hell yeah.
That's winning.
I was just like, it's never happened before, never happened since. Like
4? Like 2 pair or like
4
2 pairs.
4 whole boobs?
4 of them?
Well, I didn't sign the whole, but I was like, I signed
Okay.
2 women's tits.
Okay.
All right, just clarify.
Yeah, okay.
2 individuals
Yeah, it
worth
was
of
like-
breastises.
Yeah, I was like, why is this happening in Peru, Indiana?
Who cares? That's sick as
no,
fuck.
it was just fucking hilarious. It was a fun show. It was good. People were just like going wild, and I was like, all right,
That's awesome.
metal. Peru likes metal, but
Hell yeah.
never played there again. But man, it was funny. Like,
I wonder what they're doing these days. You think they'd put on another metal show?
Tipping cows.
yeah, who wants to put on a show in Peru?
No
Let's
shit.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
go.
down.
Hey, well, it's close enough to Kokomo, so they
Yeah.
just bring them down to Outhouse, just like
Yeah, there you go. You're doing shows every week too. You should have it messy. Get a show out there. Every Saturday they're doing a show. Or Friday. Yeah, it's either Friday or Saturday. I think it's Saturday. I should remember these things. I'm about to play. No, I'm not. I'm doing the Harvest Fest. Actually, I should probably drop that. Boosh. Harvest Fest 10. That's right, 10 years. A bunch of bands, a bunch of stand-up. It's going down. Camping all night. All the cool shit. Sponsored by all those things at the bottom. Would you look at it? Just look at that.
Just look at it.
Look at it. Free camping, free admission, free nuts and salts. It's fucking going down. That's like 2 weeks from now. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we played the second one. It's been a long time. Yeah. I still don't remember that, but and I'm fixing to not remember this one.
Nice.
So I don't think there was stand up back then, though. I don't think they had stand up back then. And then who else? There's other stuff popping up there. The Stackhouse Boys opened up a venue up there. And then
Oh wow.
yeah. Max, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but his mom and him are they long story short, they got a venue. So yeah, it's really cool. I gotta go sometime. I'm excited to see Stackhouse back at it. You know, that 80s glam rock metal, somewhere in there. That mix. I don't even know. Motley Crue times 2. Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know how else to put it.
Put that on a t-shirt right
Yeah.
now.
Ben, have you ever seen Stackhouse? Dude.
Oh, I booked them one time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Ben is like fucking shredder,
Yeah.
man.
Machine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We're like, whoa, dude, calm down. Burn this house down.
Do all that shit in some tights.
Hey, we got some shredding in Cursed Blades.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Come out and see that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going down Saturday with Ninth Circle, their official record release show, right? Pretty sure they'll have the records out.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And then Master Hunter, the Davis brothers. We were just talking about Messi and Outhouse. And then Sacred Scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I assume
Another-
that's a $10 hauler.
Yeah.
Doors at 9. No, doors at 8, shows at 9.
Yeah.
I'm thinking pre-pandemic punk rock night, when it was, and a 4-band night's pretty. That's pretty. I don't know.
That's pretty stout.
I like 3-band. I like 3 bands start at 10. That's me though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I start my own punk rock night, then I can do 3 bands and start at 10. I love that. Like whenever I would try to say something to like my bosses at work back in the day, that's what they would tell me. Like, okay, so what you do, all right, start your own pizza shop and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But until then, you're wearing black pants to work. Whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
And you wore the black pants.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Of course, with the belt, right?
Yeah. Have to.
Gotta.
Hell yeah. So that's going down Saturday for a Metal Madness Saturday evening at PRN.
Oh yeah. And while we're talking about it, I brought one of the new Cursed Blade shirts. So
Hell
you can see
yeah.
it. So I'm gonna post this up there. We got a cool, the front.
A
Like-
big giant logo on the
and-
front.
And then
The blade.
the blade
The
on the
actual
back.
cursed
Yeah.
blade.
The Cursed Blade.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Are you guys going to make actual Cursed Blades?
We should.
I would like to.
I would
Yeah.
love my first merch blade purchase to be the Cursed Blade. That would be dope. I can't imagine how
So, yeah.
expensive that would be.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. But on that tip, speaking of probably the craziest Cursed Blade show was when we played Heavy Hell. So Sarah got on Amazon and bought a bunch of inflatable swords.
Hell yeah.
And we like put them in trash bags and we like threw them out in
Oh,
the
hell yeah.
crowd. And then I have like a fucking plastic fucking sword that I like whip out. And then so it's like, so we had all that shit going on during our set. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Carter's yelling at you. Hey, Milkman.
Yeah. Hey, Carter.
Yeah, take it that's a reference to Milk Test.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What is
The
Milk Test?
milkman.
What is that? Can you break that down for me?
Oh.
This is milk toast. Well, it's a It's a word. It's just an actual word that kind of just means like kind of meek, you know, middle bland, you know, just like you know. Of course, I'm like at a loss for words now that I have to define what milquetoast means, but
Middle of the road, I would say.
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
just nothing special.
Modest.
Like, you know, yeah.
So where does Cursed Blade come from? How is that?
I was trying to think of a cool band name.
Yeah.
That's what I-
Were you sitting on the
sounds-
toilet?
What
No.
sounds heavy metal?
Yeah, it was like something that sounded like a cool heavy metal band.
And then he's like Cursed Blade, and then Ricardo's like Cursed Blade.
Yeah, Cursed.
You gotta do
Yeah.
Cursed
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah, yeah. I did not come up with the Cursed, so
Yeah.
so that was
Nice.
a twist. So yeah,
We should
Does anyone have this name? 13-year-olds. Okay, good. We're fine.
Right.
yeah.
we should take the chopped liver link blade and have you guys write Cursed Blade on it. That way it can be the
Curse it. Just like you know, put a like just I don't know, maybe like
see if my headphones are
you guys curse it, then it would be the Cursed Blade.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like we're cursed though. It's like we
Oh,
named the
no.
band Cursed Blade, and
Right. Well, it's
Yeah,
like a
well.
double negative. It cancels itself out, right?
only I would grab it by the
By
blade.
the blade. Hey, the thing is though, magic only works if you believe in it.
Hell yeah.
I don't believe in anything.
So
You can't.
not
these
saying it
days.
doesn't work, but it can't. If you believe in it, it will work.
Look at that.
That's how people fucking lose their minds doing chaos.
Make sure if you guys use the
I believe
facility
that.
that you take this with you, it's not safe.
You will need this on your
Yeah,
passage.
yeah. We used to do that all the time, not anymore. I always kind of just forget about the link sword. It's not a blade, it's a sword, right? Shit.
I mean, the sword's got a blade.
It's true.
Facts.
Yes. Oh man. So so it was kind of a team effort on that, coming up with who made the design for the blade.
Oh,
I had an acquaintance of mine I met through Mike Dyer. His name's Robert Tribby. He does these cool illustrations and sculptures. He's a cool dude. He comes up with some cool like fantasy shit. So, yeah, just hit him up and it's like, hey, can you come up with this Cursed Blade?
Yeah.
And he did.
and that's
So
what he did. Yeah.
yeah.
What is your Bandcamp? Is that where we can find your music, or is it on Spotify and iTunes?
Bandcamp. What is our Bandcamp? I don't remember.
Cursed
I think it's-
Blade. Is it banned or is it not?
We
or
might have
is
to
it
look
just-
it up.
It might be just cursedblade.bandcamp.com.
It might be.
And
See,
then
Might need to whip out our technology. It might need to.
I got it. I just want to put the link out there so people can find your music.
yeah.
Yeah. We got a demo up there. Eventually, we'll have a album.
An album.
Hell yeah.
What?
It is cursedblade.bandcamp.com. And I'll
Right.
go ahead and put that.
Man, you guys didn't have to add any of the crazy stuff. You're lucky. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that people just swallow up, you know, domain names like it's going out of style.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. People will just like claim stuff even if they don't have the band yet. They'll just be like, "Oh, like this name."
It's like,
This is
could you just imagine being that guy sitting there at your computer with just a list of just bullshit names, just random stuff, and you're just like going through and buying all the domains and copyright and everything, and like, ugh, why?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some people just have nothing better to do.
Yeah. They could start a band.
Yeah,
With one of those band
just
names.
start a band.
Yeah.
Just,
Play an instrument.
well, yeah. You know, see, usually a lot of those people don't. The problem is, they don't have the band. 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 They don't have People don't like them.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
So it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
oh, this guy's an asshole.
Right.
That's why he started buying up domains.
Yeah, for sure. Wanted to own everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't blame him if that's the response, I guess.
So this is Pixie Lish's birthday show, by the way. Throw that out there. Hell yeah. Happy birthday,
Hey.
Pix.
Happy birthday.
Mhm. Yeah, buddy.
Shout that out.
Y'all are into AFL. Have you listened to the Holy Blade yet?
Y'all are into
AFI?
AFI. Yeah.
No.
AFI.
No, I haven't listened to AFI in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I don't think anybody has.
I mean,
They did just play here though. I think.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
they played a show. So.
Yeah.
I was there. It was
You were there.
I guess some people
I
do.
was so completely boofy blitzed. I ate like 500 milligrams of straight chronic.
Shoot, you got Joey Diaz over here.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
get up. Hey, get up, fam. Let's go. We're going to the AFI show. We're going to do like 500 milligrams. Let's go. Go to the concert. Let's go.
It was
like, shit.
Come on, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe, we're going to the rock and roll
Get in
show.
the van.
Come on, Joe. The only guy that could just like manhandle Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
is just,
right.
like, Joey Diaz just grabs him and
Yeah.
just carries him. Just stuffs his face full of fucking
My-
drugs.
my
Like, all right,
seat.
right, Joe Rogan, we're going. We're going out, Joe Rogan.
Dude, my seat was like right there at the end of a walkway. So I had the fucking the whatever the handle bar, whatever. So like I had like a thing that I was just like so watching AFI. Just,
I mean, when in Rome, right?
just fucking, hell yeah. Like fucking everybody else is standing. I'm just like, fuck. It was great though. It was cool. I've never seen them before, so I love them back when they were like horror punk. Like, oh, so good. And then they got a little weird. I mean, it was okay. I'm not hating it.
Carter's calling you out for sounding like Bake.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Yeah, whenever my disinflammation shit goes down, I'm pretty much ripping him and Mike Dyer off. Pixie said that was the first time that she listened to them in 20 fucking years. It's wild. I definitely listen to them here and there. At least their old stuff, like back in the 90s. Back when it was horror.
I feel like Davey Havoc has the middle-aged goth mom look down though.
Dude,
Let
for
me tell you.
sure.
He looks really good for a middle-aged goth mom.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I haven't seen him recently. I'm gonna have to
He basically looks the same.
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
Google it.
Somebody said something like, I bet, like all, so they referenced like all the dudes that would be there, and it was almost majority for sure, minimum women, like for sure. Like for every 3 women there was 1 dude. Like AFI is definitely driven towards that fan base for sure.
Yeah.
At least with the more modern music that they're doing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't
Makes
really
sense.
listened to them in a long time.
Those are always the crowds that terrify me the most. Well, because there's always some like giant asshole dude in the back that takes offense to everything at a show like that. You know what I mean? The guy that she showed up to the show just looking for a fight.
Oh, when it's like, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's there to watch and make sure that his wife makes it home.
Oh,
It's like, buddy, nobody's
if anybody,
like,
anybody does anything.
yeah, it's
anybody-
like, buddy, nobody's trying to do that, man. We're just trying to watch AFI and get home.
yeah.
All right.
What are you looking at, buddy?
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
What-
yeah. That guy is always back there in a crowd like that, and that's terrifying. to
like,
me.
we looking at my wife?
No, I wasn't.
My wife?
Yeah. I was looking at the stage because there was
Yeah.
things going on up there. I'm sorry your wife decided to stand in front of me and my wife.
Dude, my wife. It was an absolute shit show. One person like had like an emergency,
Oh, no.
and it seemed weird. Like the lead singer was like intentionally doing this, but it wasn't. There's seriously something wrong, and they ended up like getting a stretcher and all that stuff. So that went down, and then
Dang.
there are people. There's like I know for sure at least one motherfucker in that crowd that was acting fucking crazy, like talking shit to Davey, like the entire time, and it was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, I think at one point I even was like, in a moment of silence, I was like, I'm really loud. I'm gonna yell something. And I am, dude. And I know he heard me. I said, welcome to Indy. Because it was just like, God, man, can't we have anything fucking nice here? Everybody wants to be so dramatic and fucking poopy. Like, stop the poopy. Stop the poopy. Let's have fun. Let's have fun and enjoy music.
I did see Bowling for Soup in Indy, and they said they would never come back because the crowd smelled. And I'm going to tell you right now,
Must have been a big No Effects turnout.
they were not wrong, man. To walk in, I think it was at the Vogue. Was it at the Vogue? I don't remember. It may have been the Hi-Fi. Walking in, the whole room just smelled like BO, and it was like, yeah, I mean, I would like if I was. I'm not saying anything like extravagant about Bowling for Soup, but if I was those guys and could be playing anywhere else, I wouldn't want to play in a room full of fucking stinky armpit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, and it had to have smelled bad because I'm not saying that they smell bad, but they're big boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like if anybody's gonna have BO,
Yeah.
like you get like a bunch of like
right.
big guys in the same bus, like
Yeah.
it's gonna smell.
They're
Like,
up, they're up on a bus, sweaty after a show. Like,
it's like
they come off that bus, walk into their venue here, and go, "Whoa!" Like,
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like the three of us could smell up a tour bus
Oh, yeah,
easily. Like
for
let
sure.
alone like what 4 or 5 like 300-pound
Yeah.
dudes. Like
Yeah.
like come on.
I'm like armpit height to most
Yeah.
people.
Oh.
So
you're
like,
living in hell.
yeah,
constantly.
it's
Incredibly sensitive.
please wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Just
It's
like
like
that
you're
scene.
leaving your house.
Yeah.
Sarah's
Please
just living
wear
in fucking
deodorant.
I don't know.
was it Hellraiser 2? I'm in hell.
I
Blood on the wall.
I don't know what this means. I probably need to see a doctor, but I never noticed it until Kane, my oldest. He's like, Dad, why do you smell like Taco Bell? Like, so basically he thinks, and I now kind of see it, like whenever I need to shower or put deodorant on, I smell like literally my BO smells like a really well-made Mexican burrito. You know what I mean? like,
Oh, bro, that could be worse. You know,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
you could smell like absolute dog ass.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I smell like Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's better than that's better
Yeah.
than just
Why am I so hungry?
yeah. Just like, I'm,
I
really,
gotta
I haven't showered in a couple days, but I'm really hungry.
Yeah. a chicken quesadilla and a
Fuck
nacho
yeah.
Bel Grande right now. And a large Mountain Dew. Chef, go
Dad,
take
you
a
smell
shower.
like Taco Bell again.
Joke's on
You
you,
know.
kid. It's actual Taco Bell.
Yeah. Taco Bell deodorant.
Yeah.
Super shout.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna get the license from Taco Bell to do it. It's coming
oh
out.
my god.
Wait
I'm
for it.
surprised it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll have a chalupa
got-
version.
Sierra
have
Mist.
Yeah.
Sierra Mist is the good smelling one.
Double
Right.
chicken.
Smell fresh.
Or Baja, the Baja Blast.
Baja
deodorant.
Blast
Baja
deodorant.
Blast
There you
deodorant.
go.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's now we're getting. Oh no! I mean Taco Bell and Pepsi, they're owned by the same fucking asshole. So
Yeah.
fuck it. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
Get the
Uh,
license.
so-
in.
So I see Carter as wanted to bring up ask Ty about when Bake got upset with him about some.
Oh yeah, what's that all about?
So it was probably a couple years ago. I on Facebook I randomly thought of it. I think we were playing with Sundown at some point with Milk Toast. And,
Hell yeah.
I just thought in my head, I was like, Bake is short for McKinsey. Changed my mind.
That's fucking awesome.
And pissed him off, apparently. Like, Carter told him.
Why would you tell that on a podcast? Now every time I see
I
him,
posted it on Facebook. It's still, you can look it up. Like, I don't give a shit.
this is forever. It's
Yeah.
gonna be on YouTube for eternity. I'm not taking
I mean,
these
Baker already
down.
saw it. He already knows. Like,
Mackenzie.
come at me, big guy. Come on, big guy.
Every time I see him now, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna think Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
That's
It's
great.
rude. Yeah. It was like, hey, well, just be warned. If you actually call him that, he might punch you. So don't
And
like.
you're the milkman.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to get punched by fucking Big Henry.
Yeah.
I'm
So
good.
just
Yeah, no.
like, what did Ty tell you?
Yeah.
Like,
Even if he
Dog
do-
talking shit again.
even if he doesn't work out, he's still coming with at least 250 pounds
yeah,
per square inch.
As long as you know how to throw a punch, it's gonna be a lot coming at you.
Yeah,
You know.
like all he has to do is push somebody on their chest and they go flying. How tall is he? He's got to be like close to 7 feet tall. He's pretty tall.
I think he's like 6'4" or something.
No
like that.
way.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
way taller than
He's
me.
not that
dude.
much. He's not
He's
that much taller.
6'1".
Yeah, he's not that much taller than us.
Maybe I just haven't seen him in a long time. I swear I thought he
Yeah.
was way taller.
I mean,
than me.
he's just a big dude. Like, I think he's 6'4" or 6'5", something.
I always thought he was like taller than me. I don't know. It's probably because most of the time when I see him, he's on a fucking stage. You know, shit. It's probably what it is.
Playing tricks on your minds.
But we do
Yeah.
need to take our break. We're a little past time, so let's real quick we'll plug this Saturday. Wait, god damn it, wrong one. Hold on, that is a fucking cool one though. Get in, loser. Bringing the Need Fest back. Where is it? There she is, right there. Boosh. This Saturday at the Melian, it's punk rock night, or is it metal night? That's right. Ninth Circle 70, Master Hunter, Sacred Scythe, or Scythe. Scythe and Cursed Blade. It's going down. What does that say? Oh, I think it's a $10 holler. I assume it's 10, at least $10 holler. Maybe it's 12. Pixie's birthday bash. It's going down. Oh, look at, you can see it. Look at that. Would you look at it? It's so tiny. $10. Doors at 8, shows at 9. They made the print real tiny, just like Pixie, because Pixie's like 4'5" or something like that. Just so small. But that's going down Saturday at the Melody Inn. And now here's a word from our sponsor, The Button Guy. And be sure to get your buttons at etsy.com/shop/The Button Guy Shop. Hell yeah.
These segments made up in my mind, tormented by the thoughts inside. They're coming like an inner cow, not running. Never take the bow. Every footsteps closing in behind. Surrounded. There's nowhere to hide. Overcoming. Still standing down. Quit running. Unless you throw away. Are you high? Hello, goodbye. Are you
You know, my favorite type of weed was cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. With the French toast. Do you think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen? Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lit? Oh, you kumquat! You're still overreacting when I put your convertible into a wood chipper, stinking extinct face. You homework.
Oh, yeah, Daddy.
Cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
Skunk weed.
Wanna hit?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Okay, let's quit.
Close your eyes, Jared.
What do you see?
So you use crack, or you're thinking about trying it. Crack. So if you're thinking about using crack.
Do it! Just do it!
Nothing unusual. Get help now!
These fragments made up in my mind, tormented by the thoughts inside. They're coming like an animal, not running. Never take the fall. Every footsteps closing in behind, surrounded. There's no way to hide. Overcoming, still standing down. Quit running. I'll let you
And we're back. Except that that's still there. Hell yeah, it is. You know why? Because it's Saturday at the Melody Inn is metal night. Madness of metal. Hell yeah. That was fucking down.
That was amazing.
Hell yeah. Cursed Blade, Sacred Scythe, Master Hunter, and Ninth Circle 70. $10 holler. It's Pixie's birthday. Get there early. Doors at 9. Doors at 8. Shows at 9. It's not 2019, god damn it. Son of a bitch.
With this shit.
I'm with it. I got my blade. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. It's not cursed, but it's still a blade.
After the show, we'll get it cursed. It'll be fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's cursed that me. Yeah. Hell yeah. Man. Where's this going? You want it? Should I just
Places.
okay?
It's going places.
It's going places.
Yeah, that's
Hell
what we're
yeah.
doing. That's exciting. Do you guys have any shows that you're looking to book out? Are you going to be doing any tours anytime soon?
Not at the moment. The big plan was to finish the album, get that rolling, and then worry about that. We definitely, once we release the album, we definitely want to like start playing out of town,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Any particular cities that you want to hit?
any of
Peru.
them. Yeah.
All
We gotta go to
Fort Wayne.
Peru, Kokomo, Richmond, Indiana. No. I mean, honestly, definitely all this like nearby cities. I mean, Louisville is always great. Cincinnati, Chicago, Dayton, Columbus, Fort Wayne.
Do you prefer, when it comes to Cincinnati, do you prefer the Newport, Kentucky side, or do you prefer do you prefer Ohio or Kentucky side of the river for playing shows?
I don't think I've ever played on the Kentucky side, but I mean, we don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
We don't. We'll play. You know.
I just
Like,
want
'cause
to
I
play
know
for
there's
people
a-
that aren't from here. You know, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what side of the Ohio River I'm on. Just give me some fucking new faces.
Yeah, man.
Hell
if it's
yeah.
if it's a good venue with a good crowd, I don't
Hell
give a fuck.
yeah, dude.
But
I love Kentucky anyway.
I feel like one side. I mean, because like one side to me is
Buckeye
always
ass,
more, like more sophisticated shows. They have better, better stages. They have better PA. They have better lighting, better support. They usually have like a dedicated sound guy. Whereas Newport, a lot of the venues that are across the river, it's still DIY, old school. You may or may not have a a sound guy. You may or may not have a door person. That sort of situation. And for me, it's always it's been that way. I don't know if I'm sure there's been great venues on both sides of the river, but I've always like, hey man, Kentucky side, that's where it's at. But the best chili is on the Ohio side.
I swear though, if anybody's going on tour and they need a guitarist or a bass player, Derek, I might have to borrow Mark's bass equipment. Mark's gonna be like, "Fuck you, shut up."
I ain't loading this shit. You're gonna have to take that up with him.
Hit me up, dude, because the only questions I'll ask, and it's just one: where I'm sleeping. Is it a hardwood floor or is it carpeted? That's all I want to know. Because that way I can bring the right pillow. You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm at. I just need money to pay my bills because I have kids. So, and I can't be gone for more than 3 or 4 weeks at a time. So, and then I'll need a month off.
every other month.
Every other month.
What's this guy doing? Hey, he's like asking for benefits over here. What's all this?
Does that come with eye and
Means you-
dental?
I said I don't care where I sleep. I just need you to
Yeah, it's
pay
like, dude
me.
will sleep on the floor. And he's asking for a month off. Come on.
I'll sleep in my bed when I get home. I don't know. I would love to get out there, and actually play. I've fucking never played a show in Columbus, Ohio, dude. It's like that's where I was supposed to go to college. That's where I was supposed to end up after high school. That's where I was supposed to start my adult life, and somehow I wound up in the middle, fucking cornfield. You know what I mean? I love the cornfield though. And don't get me wrong, I love Indy.
Nice cornfield.
I am a Hoosier, but I'm OG Buckeye, and I've never even fucking played Columbus, dude. I want to get out and play. Like you said, you played Pennsylvania? Have you guys done that?
I've
See,
never
I-
even been in Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's deers for days.
Yeah.
Deers for
Deers.
days.
And you got to watch out for the little buggies and the horses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of those out
Amish
there.
yeah.
They gotta have rad fucking beards though. Like, you want to talk about some people that can grow some beards? I don't know. That was it.
Man,
So you're a fan.
yeah, absolutely. It makes me want to shave my mustache and just have the whole chin strap.
Oh yeah.
All
Do
the way
it.
down the neck.
I'm on
Do
Rumspringa.
it.
Yeah, permanently.
Yeah. Still keep the beard though.
Yeah.
so if there was a city that you guys could play like each personally, where would you go? Sarah, you start. You start this one.
Ooh, that
Like if
I
you could play any city.
any city.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of talking led
Yeah.
from Columbus into that.
Oh
Leeway.
shit.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Don't say Columbus, Ohio.
Dude, it's really tough for me because I've never been anywhere. Really, it's like hard for me to decide because I'm thinking of all these different places. That it's like that I just want to go to anyway.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a tough one.
Pensacola, Florida. Got it.
That's right.
If someone's not sure, automatic panhandle. You got it, Pensacola.
At least it's not Tallahassee.
Yeah.
True. Close, but not
Yeah,
quite.
not quite.
What about you, Ty? You could go to any city in the world.
In the
Any-
world,
I
Yeah,
don't
in the
know.
world. You want to go back?
I didn't
You
know.
want another chance?
I just want to play
I
Columbus.
just want to go to Sweden, like really bad.
Dude, wouldn't that be fucking
Yeah,
dope?
yeah.
That would be cool.
I love like
That's like my homeland. Well, not really. My family comes from Scandinavia, though. So
I got that too a little bit. here.
And
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
it is a tough choice, but part of me really wants to play Birmingham, England, because that's where Black Sabbath and Judas Priest are
yeah.
from, and Venom.
That'd be
Like
rad.
a lot of
I thought you were
ba-
gonna say Oasis.
yeah.
Oh, man, I had to do it.
Maybe.
There's an acoustic over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
A few.
I don't know any Oasis songs. That's all I remember. But I mean, playing Scandinavia would be awesome. But there's something about like I really would. I think it'd be cool to play like basically where the birthplace of heavy metal is. Like that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Hell
Probably
yeah.
have a bunch of drunk Englishmen like.
Well, we played that Satan show.
Oh yeah, we played with Satan.
Yeah. So like talking about like, cool shows or shows that, stood out to you or whatever. It's like that Satan show. We played with them and got to watch them play. I watched their sound check and all this stuff. And then it was just like a heavy metal masterclass, basically just watching those guys play. And for them to play Black Circle just kind of just like an extra stop on their tour in a way.
Yeah, I think they're on a bigger tour.
Yeah, they're on a bigger tour, and it's like, open with them. The drummer played my kit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, nice kit."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just
That's
like,
so awesome.
Yeah, just like an old English dude. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're just hanging out, talking, and like having beers afterwards.
I can hardly understand.
Yeah,
what they were saying.
Yeah.
It's just like the guitar player, Steven had his like PV Butcher head, I think, or it was like
It's a VTM.
Oh, it's a VTM.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. But the dude talking about it, he just kept shrugging his shoulders like PV. I don't know. It was I just heard PV. So
Yeah.
Talking about that show and hearing about your experience, it reminds me of like how lucky that we are. A lot of people take it for granted, like some of the acts that we get to see at a very personal, romantic level. Like I was a big Methadones fan, and Screeching Weasel, based off of like my fandom of Lillingtons, like that kind of got me into that. And I got to meet fucking Danny Vapid, at the Mel, and I sat there and talked to him while we were waiting in line to get a fucking drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we're so lucky to have these places like Black Circle and Mellow and obviously other like Healer, Stage Street, fucking we could go on and on this list, but we have certain promoters though, like the people that work the Hi-Fi and the Hi-Fi Annex. I got to fucking see Emil and the Sniffers at the Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
Like that's bucket list for me, Bob. You know what I mean? Like I still can't believe that I got to fucking see him. And I'm just saying we're so lucky. And that's kind of like the whole reason that we're doing this right now. You know what I mean? Like is to like get people to realize, hey, we have some fucking awesome metal bands here in Indy, and we have some awesome fucking Oasis tribute acts.
I knew it was coming around, man.
We gotta get more people out to these shows, especially if they're gonna build through more fucking venues in the next 2 years. We gotta get more people out. And you were saying earlier that there's this like magic feeling right now where music is really actually starting to matter more.
Yeah.
Here in Indy, and I would agree.
People are fed up, dude. Everybody's fed up, and the only thing we got left is music. Like that's it. TV has been wrecked. Movies have been wrecked. Music, you can't really beat it because like us small timers, man, we'll always be around,
Right.
and all of us will be, jockeying and pushing as hard as we can to go as far as we can, putting in the practice hours, writing good material, being a blast to hang around. I think that's the hardest part about being in a band, right? Is like you got to get along with people. It's like a family. Everybody's shitting in the same toilet, showering in the same shower. It's like, and I think all in all, like everybody's just fed up with it. And I know for the longest time, like it's been hard to get booked anywhere. Everything felt real just off, and now it's like, I think we're a couple months into the first like good breath of like new energy that's moving into music, and I'm so happy to see it getting around and stuff. And I think that it's just a matter of time before more and more people are like, hey, these things that these guys have been doing the whole time, like that's real life and that's cool, you know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I gotta do it.
It's like that's where
Sorry. It's a habit.
the like with music where in the underground where nobody's nobody's got any like a career on the line,
Right.
or any of that bullshit where it's like, especially now when it's so hard to make money off of music, where the people that are making some of the best music are the people that have they're not making any money off of it.
Right.
Like, if they're, some people they're maybe going on tour and they're just going on tour because they want to, not because they're like trying to get anywhere with it, and just kind of play out and shit like that, where I think that's where a lot of the a lot of the stuff that's actually good is going out. Besides, you almost have this gap, for me, at least for my taste, and I'm 37, so like what I'm getting into old man territory, but like,
to be fair though, dude, I only know you're that age because I've known you long enough to know you're that age.
Yeah,
but you don't look a day over 32, man. you look like a youngin. You got great complexion and long, beautiful hair.
Thank you.
Man,
but
kicking ass over there.
Yeah.
Lead singer, Cursed Blade, by the way.
It's me.
Hell yeah.
And
soul to soul.
Soul to soul to the devil for a Cursed Blade. Hell yeah.
But it's like there's a gap almost, I feel like, with like you have the legacy acts, like the guys that have been doing it forever, like your Judas Priest was here this year, and Iron Maiden, and blanking, or Descendants comes every now and then, like all these bands like that have been doing it for a long time, and they're established, and everybody knows they're good, or they're still putting out good music, and like and there's almost a gap. Like an exception for me would be like Amyl and the Sniffers, like best rock and roll band out today.
Rock and roll.
Best rock and roll, like, and a lot of it's coming out of Australia, but it's like in the US where it's like all the bands that are getting like popular, the younger bands, it's all like fucking Sleep Token and like, I don't know, all this bullshit that like that isn't that good. Like, and it's just all this like industry plant bullshit. It's like, and a lot of it, and some of it is people that have been around. You just don't, they've been around in other capacities, and you don't know that they was like, oh, I'm in this band now.
Right.
But and then you have that gap where it's like on that professional level, but then you get down into the depths, and then you get into like the underground metal scene, the underground hardcore scene, the punk, and all this stuff where you have all these people making music, and nobody's trying to make any money off it. It's like they'll make a record, and it's like, yeah, we sold 100 copies. Maybe if enough people want it, we'll do a repress.
Right.
But it's like, well, that's where you're at, where it's like, that's where you have that gap where it's like, oh, these people are making like real shit, and that's cool. And it's like, they're not trying to market it. There's like, no, we're trying to make whatever it is. Like, we're trying to make a rock and roll, like a power pop record. We're trying to make a, garage rock record, or a punk or a hardcore record. Like,
no budget, no time constraints.
And it's like, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're just delivering it, and take it or leave it, and
that's where the best music lives too. It really is.
That's what it's about. Not like making heavy metal is like how it's like, I don't know how many people really want to see are that interested in seeing like Judas Priest, Merciful Fate knockoff heavy metal, but hey, we're gonna fucking do it because we want to do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Play the music you want to hear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, because I feel like we're all just selling records to each other. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's happening.
Hell yeah.
And it inspires some people. And Shep's known me for quite a long time, and I have this stance of like, the question gets tossed around to like, hey, what would you do to improve the music scene? Which I feel like is a great thing. And I'm going to go first. The way that I would improve the music scene is there are a lot of bands in the music scene that need to go back to the practice space. They need to go back, get their sound tight and good, and know their instruments well and mesh well, then introduce themselves to playing in front of an audience. The reason that I say that is there used to be like this like immense fear that you had to overcome, first show fear, And I feel like a lot of that has gone by the wayside with like live streaming, and people are up in your stuff more. But playing on this screen and playing in real life are two very different things. And I just like to see a lot more tight bands, because I feel like there's a lot of bands that are, under maybe some bands that get pushed a lot that could use, a little bit more practice time or some space, in the practice space, time in the practice space.
For me, this is it right here. Like, everybody listen to what I'm saying, okay? Your friend April, she works with Bob and Sally, okay? Well, Sally and Bob are bringing their mutuals and their friends out Friday to State Street because Tommy is having a birthday party. None of these people go to shows, okay? They're there to have a good time. And if you go on that stage and you blow ass, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get your shit together. And when you're comfy and you spent your time in the garage, book a fucking show. Get your shit together before you do it. Because those people, that's why I'm doing this podcast. It's for fucking Bob and Sally and Tom. No offense, guys, but I want those people to know that you two and everybody in your band work your ass off.
Yeah.
And write great music and try to be organized and put out albums consistently, and you love the art and you have passion for it. And they should go see you play on Saturday,
As many people as you could get in there need to be in there. That's my thing, is like, if you get, you guys are putting in the time, you have the seasoned experience behind you. Like, there's no reason you guys should be stuck behind anyone. You know what I mean? Like, that's my take on it. That's how I would improve the music scene, is it's easy to become known. It's hard to become known for being good,
Yeah.
And I see that a lot, like, and it sucks. It's like, oh man, this band, this is just like epic, cannot get on a show, or when they do play shows, like, nobody is out there, and it's like, I don't know how many times I've been just sitting in the back listening to a kick-ass show by myself. Like, there's nobody else in the room,
Right.
And it is what that's my, like I said, that's my feelings on it. You guys got anything to? But what do you guys think?
You don't get me twisted. We are chock full of just amazing, talented bands and like artists and stand-up comedians and burlesque, performers and cartoonists, whatever.
Got to give people a reason to get out of the house, though. We got a lot of stuff
such
going
a
on.
beautiful, awesome fucking market of like artists here. And I just don't want to say music scene.
And good, just good people in general,
Yes, and just talented motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, the other side of that is that even if you are a little loose or whatever, if that's kind of your vibe, like, you got to make up for it with energy. You got to make up for it with how you present. Like, you can be like, you could be Sick the Ripper and play a loosey goosey show, but if Shep's out there getting in people's faces, and like, that's a good time. Like, and as long as nobody's like looking at each other during the headlights, like oh shit, we fucked up. Like, as long as everybody just is like going, and it's like, it's just rocking, and it's like, yeah, maybe you fucked up, maybe you didn't. Who cares? As long as you bring the right energy, nobody's gonna fucking know.
Fucking look at Gigi Allen, man.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying is he was loved by a crowd, and it's like that. I probably wouldn't have liked to get shit on and stuff.
Right. It's like there was a spectacle to it. It's like, or even back when what's his name? Johnny Thunders, like, when he was doing his thing, it was like half of it was the spectacle. Is he gonna play? Is he gonna ask somebody for smack? Like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
It was like,
pass out,
or is he just gonna play a really fucking cool rock show?
Right.
Like, it was like, you never knew what you're gonna get, but it's like,
you're gonna buy the ticket though, because you want to see the spectacle.
right. So it's like, you got to bring that, and part of that, I think, is also lacking. I mean, less so with punk, just because it's the punk and hardcore because of the nature of it. But with certain styles of music, like, people don't want to admit it, but it's like how you look on stage fucking matters.
Yeah.
It's like if you're playing in a death metal band, look like a fucking death metal band.
Yeah.
If you're playing in a heavy metal, it's like you guys will see. It's like you play in a heavy metal band, like you look like a fucking heavy metal
They
band. Just
say
like we're not just look like we got off work at the lumberyard or some shit, just like
Right.
showing up and just and then playing like
what's that
you know.
song, dude? They say man should always dress for the job he wants, so why am I dressed up like pirate at this restaurant?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
if you're
it's
gonna
like-
go up there and grunge it, man, you better have that fucking flannel on, baby.
Yeah, there's something, you know, kind of give it something. Yeah, it's like-
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it can make a difference. And it's
Energy,
like-
man.
Yeah. And
Wes Borland, he's the guy to talk to about this. He's the guy
you
to
know,
talk to because he not just performs as a guitarist, but he performs as a moving physical form of art. Every single show that he plays, he's putting on not just a musical show, but an entertainment, you know,
right.
and the way that he like does all this shit. Love
Yeah.
you, Wes Borland, by the way. Like, Biscuit, you're cool, but fucking Wes
Wes.
is like a genius. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
guess-
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I guess a part of, being in a band and beyond practicing before your gigs and stuff is knowing your gear and knowing what to do when things fuck up, because it's gonna happen.
That's such a good point. That
Yeah.
is such a good
There's
point.
been times where you go out and something happens and it's like, well,
Show's over.
yeah, don't know what to do now.
Right.
Generally, it's
Yeah.
like I like to have a backup of something,
Yeah.
depending, and
It's kind of like a mental thing that I'm on right now. Like, I was like wanting to find a second cab or a second head to have in case something goes wrong, and I have another amp, so I'm not fucked.
yeah,
I've had it. I've literally played through fucking like a fucking, what do you call it? Not a PA, but like a fucking PA. You know, like my own PA plugged into 4 fucking 12s with a fucking like $40 Amazon fucking distortion pedal. I've been there. I don't ever want to be there again. But like right now, we're talking about having 2 guitars and one just set up in D, and it just sits there. But the thing is, like, how hard is it to tune it up if I fucking break a string? Boosh, boosh. And I use wireless, dude. So I just unplug, drop, like Stevie Ray Vaughan shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you're getting, like that kind of fucking preparation.
Well, I feel like that goes back to what you were talking about with like make it a show. Like for me, if I'm swapping guitar, I play everything at standard. Like we're a rock and roll band. That's
I'm like 7
we
years
do.
behind this motherfucker.
And like so like on occasion you break a string or whatever. I'm not a heavy, like I don't pick heavy or anything like that. So like I don't break strings or drop picks often, but when it happens, like I have a tendency to just grab the string. If it's a wound string, it'll just hang out there and just jerk it like straight up over my head, and because it gets the crowd going, and then they know like he's not just switching his guitar to be a douche, he's
Right.
switching his guitar because it's fucked up, and like
Yeah.
like try to make a show out of it. And it's like if you're switching keys and stuff like that. I will say this: I saw a band that I think they had done maybe 2 or 3 shows, and they were pretty green. And they had just set up the set list, and the set list was awesome. They did a great job, sounding awesome. I'm not going to say the name of the band, but they were doing kind of the same thing. So they had a couple songs in like whole step down, or maybe like 4 or 5 songs a whole step down, and then the rest were in standard, and a couple drop Ds, but he was just tuning the standard guitar. The problem is that the set was broken up to where it was like 2 half step down songs, 1 standard tuning song, a half step down song, 2 standard songs, and it's like that's too many guitar switches, bro. Like it's too much.
I've seen it.
Yeah. I feel like you got to be efficient with your time when you're on stage, because it's like a lot of times you're only getting really like 45 to 48 minutes of solid. Everyone's looking at us. We gotta get this down,
Mhm.
Like
being efficient on the on this in between songs is big. Like you can kill the momentum of your set so easily if you're like stopping to tune between every or the drummers adjusting their cymbals after every single song, and you're just like it's like you want to just like as much as you can just keep things going, the better it's going to be, because nobody, especially in Indianapolis, because everybody's also like just staring at their shoes when nothing's happening. There's like, just keep shit moving, like, because once it dies down, then everybody just kind of like,
good luck getting it back.
everybody's like, okay, hey, what do we do?
So we're gonna go get a pizza now.
It's like for the 30 seconds that people are messing with like their shit, it's like, just keep it moving, like keep it going the best you can, obviously. And this is something I want to work on even with my projects better, is if you do need to have a plan, like if somebody needs to tune or whatever, is like somebody do something else,
right?
Like, it's like have something happening where it's like you're kind of keeping it moving a bit. And it's like, where if you see a big band, like let's say Judas Priest, just like somebody switching guitars or whatever, like shit's still happening.
Absolutely.
Like somebody else is, even if they're switching a guitar or whatever, like shit's still going on. Or the singer, if you have a lead singer, if they are good at banter, like, just having something to say or during those times, like, I'll be honest, sometimes my brain goes blank and I'm just like, I don't have fucking shit to say, but like, which I probably need to work on, but like being able to like kind of fill those gaps efficiently if you have to take them. And
I feel like everybody pays, like they're paying us for entertainment, right?
Yeah.
We got to entertain. Exactly. That makes a lot. The other thing that I think goes hand in hand with that too is get the fuck on the stage and get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah. I don't want to see the drummer taking his cymbals off his stands on stage. It's like pull it off.
I'll tell you right now, if you ever watch any band that I play an instrument in, hell, even when I'm not, I'd be moving them drums off immediately if I'm not. But I look like a fucking crackhead. Like, people try to talk to me. I'm like, no, I gotta get these chords out and fucking put it back here, because I want to get all that stage as fast as I can, because that is the second.
You're eating into somebody else's time. At that point. And nobody likes that. Nobody likes getting stepped on in that situation.
Yeah, you can ask any drummer I've ever worked with. Like, if I'm at a show and they play drums and I know them because I've played with them, I'm like, I'm already on that stage carrying the drums off at the last note of the last song.
I will say this: if like we're gonna backline, you know what I mean, and playing rock or playing punk, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot different. You guys probably have like a rig that you're setting up, and it's your sound. A lot of times we're like hot swapping cabs, where it's just like set a head on top of the cab. Somebody has a good 4x12, bring it. And I feel like if it's like backline in that situation, I feel like. You stack the heads in order of the band, so that way it's like when you're done, like, or better yet, you don't have to touch anything. You were talking about the pros, how they limit it down to where it's like a half of a second, a blink of an eye, and they have like a whole different guitar on, and they're standing there. And I feel like that's what I'm always trying to shoot for, is efficiency. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm going to switch a guitar, I want to be able to switch it as close to that, where it's just like, I don't have a guy standing there. So, okay, how do I have that on the edge of the stage? So that way it's like ready for me. It's like, I don't have a guy tuning it. It's like, okay, how do I have a guy, like, how do I make sure that they're in tune before we go? So that we have the best chance at keeping things moving and stuff like that. Because I mean, like you were saying, shit fails all the time. Vintage hand wired amps are awesome until they go down.
And sometimes it comes down to like your live rig, especially for people that might be more green, or if you just always have gear issues. Like, sometimes you might have to keep your nice amp at home. Bring your fucking PV like Bandit or some shit, like whatever it is, something reliable. Not heck, I have like a lot of my gear, my amps and stuff are like all reliable and stuff. Like the biggest name I have, I have the one I use. I have a combo that I use. It's just a trainer combo. Things basically built like a PV. It's built like a tank. It's and then I have another. So there's the company Nady that does like pro audio mostly. They came out with a guitar head that was basically like a Marshall clone. And I have that. It sounds like a fucking Marshall.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, I got that thing for like less than $200. It works.
It does the thing. If it does the thing.
And I was like, instead of spending $2,000 on an amp that I didn't have, I was like, I got, that amp and it works. And there's so many more options too. Like a lot of cheap gear, especially if we're playing live, a lot of cheap gear sounds really good.
Yeah.
And if you're using pedals, like a lot of times you don't need an amp that sounds amazing while playing live, especially like keep the nice amp for when you record.
Yeah.
If it gets, especially if it's finicky.
Yeah.
And then like, bring your solid state amp or whatever you have and just like plug into that or
solid state though.
Dude, I mean, like here's the thing. I'll always pull out the 100 watt if I can. You know what I mean? But there's some places you just don't want to do that. Like we did a show in Muncie at this tiny little bar, and like I rolled the half stack up in there, and as soon as I got through the door, the lady that was behind the bar looked at me and goes, "Oh no." And I'm like, oh fuck. So, and she kept coming up and asking me to turn it down. It got to the point where I had turned it down to where there was no signal coming out, and she came up and told me to turn it down in between songs. I just hit my strings. I was like, it's off. I haven't played for the last 2.5 songs. There's been no guitar. It's all been bass and drums, and I've been singing over the top of it. She's like, oh well, something's loud. I'm like,
that was StreamYard. That wasn't me.
yeah, I heard a pop. I was like, damn,
Fuckers.
it happens.
I pay them good money.
I
Get
mean,
your shit together.
yeah. Another thing that pops in my mind though about like improving the scene, like just because of the way things, I don't want to stir anything up with the way things, but just making sure people feel comfortable coming to shows.
100%.
People feel safe and comfortable coming to a show. I think is also one of the important things. So it's like, part of my problem with some of this, like I don't know people,
Right.
like, so it's like, it's like a lot of times I'm finding it out when everybody else does. So it's like, but it's like, just like do your best to make sure people feel safe and comfortable at shows the best you can. Obviously, if it's a hardcore show, you might get hit. But like it shouldn't come down to like shouldn't be any other bullshit
If
happening.
there's an HX, okay,
Yeah.
be prepared. If you need
Yeah,
to wear
like-
shin guards, wear them.
Yeah,
But it's going down.
Yeah, shouldn't be any other bullshit going on. But that's another thing that it's that's always going to be a constant battle though, because anything where people can draw attention to themselves is going to draw in people with bad intentions. Like, that's just the nature of it, and it's always we're always got to be mindful of that.
Sure.
Misery loves company. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure if anything were to happen and you felt unsafe or uncomfortable or anything, you could go to anybody that works at these venues and they would be happy to help you or figure it out
100%.
or
Absolutely.
take care of the situation. They don't want anyone in their establishment fucking things up for them.
Absolutely.
It's terrible to hear about things after the fact when something could have been done.
And it's like with us, it's like any show I'm playing or anything, like I said, a lot of times I don't know anything about anybody. As like most people in the music scene, like I only see them at shows. Like I don't hang out with a lot of people except for my bandmates, and like it's like unless you're gonna come to the gym with me, or I'm only gonna see you at a show.
Yeah.
But
you should start a gym club. I bet there's people
I
out
want
there.
to. Oh man,
I bet there's a group of people that'd be like, I would love to lift with this guy.
That's the dream, man. I want to start my own gym. I don't have that kind of money yet, but
that'd be fucking dope, man. Let me know when you do. You sponsor each other. Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
But it's like it has. I'm sure that I know people that would.
Oh, you guys would make us like a sick fucking jingle.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like I know people that know me well enough would like say something to me, like if ever playing a show, is like, are you playing with these guys? But like with us as a band, like anybody could hit us up and be like, you're playing with this other band on your show has like somebody fucked up in it or something. It's like we will respond to that. I know that can be kind of a scary thing to like just kind of like put yourself out there like that. So I understand not wanting to, but like that is something that us as a band definitely would not be hostile towards, or we'd be very mindful of that and say something. So
Yeah.
So
we lost Derek.
My camera overheated. It's cool. I can hang out.
Dang, man. It's that Indiana heat.
Yeah.
It's that corn sweat.
Corn sweat. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
That's the thing.
he's still here. You just can't see him right now. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
I'm alive.
Bye.
I am alive.
Plague 9, by the way, badass fucking band. Check them out if you haven't. So we're pretty much on time anyway. So we'll just go ahead and call it this Saturday at the Melody Inn, because every Saturday at the Melody Inn is Metal Madness Night. If I can find the gosh darn flyer, there it is. Bam! Punk Rock Night presents Metal Night with Nine Circle Symphony, Master Hunter, Sacred Scythe, and Cursed Blade. Our guests tonight, Ty, Sarah, thank you guys for coming out, by the way. It's Big C's birthday. $10 holler. Doors are definitely at 8, not 9. It's not 2019.
8.
Doors at 8, shows at 9.
8.
Hell, fuck yeah. You were about to say something. I seen it. Sarah, what
I
were
was
you
just
gonna
gonna
say?
say 8 again.
8.
8.
At 8 p.m., worlds collide. Metal, punk, pixie-lish. Saturday. That's the one thing. Is when this shit happens, at least I can do my inner world.
Right.
Whatever. Holler if you pay people to do voiceovers.
Right.
Now's the time.
He's got the equipment.
Yeah, see, you got it. You know what's up. Thank you guys so much for making the drive.
Yeah.
Don't forget your Aussie
Yeah,
tape.
hell yeah. Aussie tape.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Derek, you should I don't know, say bye, Derek.
Bye,
Bye,
Derek.
So hell yeah. Thank you guys
Jinx.
so much for coming out.
Yeah.
There
Another
you
one.
go. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Gotta-
Thanks.
Gotta love the movable cameras. So, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Saturday night, guys, go to the Mel. $10 holler, right? And then also look out for the new album coming.
Yep.
And you can check out their demo right now. It's cursedblade.bandcamp.com.
That's right.
And if you need buttons, hit up our official sponsor, The Button Guy.
The button. Yeah.
Etsy.com/shop/the Button Guy shop. So, hell yeah. Thank you guys again for coming out. Derek, I'm sorry you're off camera. It's just,
It happens, man. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you guys.
Yeah. Pleasure meeting you.
hell yeah.
Sure. Fun time.
Guess what? I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. We are chopped liver.
I don't wanna go to school, I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna punch a clock, I don't wanna wear your shirt.